I've always was intrigued by the teaching garden at the academy before I got here, but how did it come to be and how do we incorporate it in our curriculum?
So it's about 10 years old, actually. That whole area used to be grass from the science building all the way down to the natatorium. And it's a little hard to take care of a lawn on a hill. Karen Beamish, one of our retired science teachers, said, I know exactly what we can do with that space. They worked real hard with the greater community to have outside events. And as it grew, then it became clear that we needed to bring the students in more often and more frequently. Last year, we started for the first year a sustainability class for the middle school. And so they learn how we can grow food. This is an example on a small scale, but regenerative farmers are doing it on large scale of 32,000 acres and bigger, focusing on the life in the soil and biodiversity.
So what do we grow and how many pounds of produce, and do we eat it at the academy?
So we usually have about 115 different varieties of plants in the garden. About 15 or so of those are flowers. Most of those are edible. During the summer months when we harvest, we do donate to local families in need. And that particular donation goes directly to the families, same day or the next day that we harvest. And then once the students are here, the students in the classes 6 through 12, because they also come to the garden for English classes, language classes, science classes. The first priority is to the students to be able to eat fresh off the plants. But we do harvest for the dining hall en masse, especially things like eggplants, which are better cooked and things like that.
Where do you see the garden going forward?
I would love so much for all teachers to be brave enough to step into the garden for at least one class a year. When we talk about food and humans, it affects any subject that anybody wants to dream up to teach students. It's history, we're doing Latin in the garden this fall, poetry, verbal expression, visual expression, arts. If every teacher could bring a class in the garden each year, it would be fabulous.
Well, you've inspired me because I'm teaching this year and teaching world religions, and I would not have thought about connecting it to the garden here, but dietary laws and how we eat and how we treat animals, produce, all of this is such an integral part of the ritual and practice of religion. So it actually makes a tremendous amount of sense to at least explore it. Well, I just want to thank you not only for the tour, but for your incredible work and for an amazingly healthy breakfast. And I will be sure to cook with tonight. I love to cook, and I will use this fresh sage this evening. And I just want to thank you for your time and for everything you do.